What's up, everybody? Welcome to Among the Fence, my YouTube channel writing music reviews. My name is Aaron. Today we're checking out the new album, The Cycles of Trying to Cope, by the metalcore band Like Moths To Flames. This is the 6th studio album from this band. It's also been about 4 years since they released their last LP, No Eternity in Gold, which I gotta admit, I kinda had a really hard time getting into upon its release, but with multiple listens, I eventually got more into it. No Eternity for Gold saw the band going back to be more brutal, and it has some of the most technical sections in all of their music. It combines all the things that make this band so great while introducing some new sounds as well. A common fan favorite is their sophomore album, An Eye for an Eye, which took everything that was great about their debut album, When We Don't Exist, and they really built on it, polishing their sound and also exploring different genre fusions. In all honesty, I don't really think this band really has a bad album. My personal favorite of theirs isn't an album at all, though. It's their last EP, Pure Like Porcelain, which they dropped in between their last two albums. It continued the progression that was found on No Eternity in Gold, really making it seem like this band is going to just keep getting better and better with every release. So as you could assume, everyone started to giggle when they announced that they were releasing a new album and dropped not one, but two singles. The first ones being Angels Weep, which is also the opening track for the new album. It's about a man who is stuck inside of a dark forest resembling heaven, but it turns out to be a place where angels and gods go to die. The intro is an absolute masterpiece, and the verse is intense with the vocals right up in your face. The chorus feels more like a breakdown, while the actual breakdown has a super sick riff, and it's very heavy. The other single that they released with this one is Paradigm Trigger, which is oddly the second song off of the album. It's about being stuck in sleep paralysis, and it's about the anxiety that comes with the feeling of being trapped and not being able to escape the situation. It's just slightly more aggressive with a quick drum section in the verse that absolutely steals the show. The snarling vocals are a nice touch, and the chorus has really cool rhythm changes that make you want to keep going back and listening to it over and over again. And the clean vocals in verse 2 are absolutely brilliant. The second single they released is Kintsugi, which means to repair cracks with gold, in a way making broken things more valuable, and in my personal preference, actually making them more beautiful at the same time. This is something that's done to pots and like plates and stuff like that, and it's very it seems very expensive to do, but it makes them more valuable, showing that broken things haven't lost all of their quality. It definitely has more of a modern metalcore feel to it, with the verses being more vocal and drum forward. The chorus has big epic chords, and verse 2 has a little bit more of a grit to it. Overall, I still feel like this is a great song. The lyrics are very emotional and they're still very deep. Falling in the back half of this album, I feel like it works very well overall. And then the final single they gave us, Dissociative Being, brings things back to life. The instrumentation is insanely colorful, and it follows still more of a standard metalcore sound and just song structure with quiet parts and more explosive things. It's not really, I wouldn't call it predictable, but it definitely feels like something we have heard before just in the mainstream sounds. The music saves this song a lot, and it has a little bit of charm, making it still feel a little original. The passion and the performances make it easy to want to go back and listen to this thing multiple times. It's just really well written, I feel like, especially for being a single. As far as the deep cuts go, Over the Garden Wall is one of my favorite songs that this band has ever written. It has a very haunting intro that slowly becomes more aggressive, while at the same time still becoming more beautiful, especially the rhythm guitar in all of its gentleness. The chorus is fantastic, with the clean vocals bringing out more emotion. The rhythm section in the bridge is absolutely addicting, and it goes straight into the second chorus. The song uses a lot of modern metalcore techniques while also adding their own ideas to spice things up a little bit. They followed up with the song Gone Without a Trace, which to me sounds kind of mainstream, with clean vocals mostly in the verses and the chorus, but the drums absolutely kill it. The emotion in the song is fantastic, and the lyrics, they hit you right in the heart. It is a little repetitive just because there's no vocal changes compared to the rest of the songs, but it still works really well, especially coming about the halfway point in the album. And then we have the song Shepherd's Crown, which is super intense. One of the heaviest songs on this album. The riff is very dissonant, and again, the drums absolutely go off. 100% of the vocals are distorted. It kind of reminds me of like a old school architects, mostly lyrically and also musically. It's going to be really good for moshing, but to me, this song goes so much deeper than that. It's not like they just set out to write a song that's going to get the audiences hyped up. There's so much meaning found within this song. And then we have To Know Is To Die, which continues the story and the theme, and it also continues the atmosphere. The imagery in the song is brilliant, especially in the post-chorus, while the hook in the chorus is what's going to keep you coming back for more. The second chorus is pretty and epic, making it feel like the climax of the record. I also enjoyed the song Everything That Once Held It Together. The cleans just do every single thing right for me. The melody and the vocal performance is absolutely perfect. The verses are just so chaotic as well. The riff is all over the place to the point where you forget about how pretty and chill the chorus is until it comes back around again, and then it just feels like you're floating. Then we have this song, The Depths That I Roam, which brings back the dark atmosphere that was found from Over the Garden Wall with a lot more higher frequencies thrown in. It even has some lyrics that point back to that song, basically saying that the more he learns about what's on the outside of these walls, the worse things seem to be. It really immerses you in the story, and it also brings us to the closing track, What Do We See When We Leave This Place, which doesn't hold anything back. I was totally expecting more of a chill song, but this thing's just as heavy as the rest. It touches on the meaningless of existence and the frustration of inheriting pain and problems just by being born, and the struggles of this man's life. The vocalist is really going through a lot throughout this album, and it's also expressing acceptance in a way, and it's also just a great way to finish the track as he goes over all of the hurt and trauma that he's been through, and now he's learning how to accept it while at the same time realizing that he needs help. I absolutely love this album. I feel like this might be my favorite from them. Pure Like Porcelain still might be up there a little bit. It's hard to tell, but this thing is so freaking good. It's definitely top tier as far as metalcore goes. Mixing some traditional influences along with a little bit more modern stuff thrown in there. The main thing, though, is the story. The lyrics are so deep, and the band said that they really poured everything that they had into this album, and you could definitely feel it emotionally and just from the musical standpoints. They're not overdoing anything. They're not being super technical all the time. They're not being really emotional all the time. They're not being very dark all the time. And you get a good mixture of everything, which makes it really easy to go back and not listen to just certain songs, but the entire album and continue to take this thing in. So with all that said, I gotta give The Cycles of Trying to Cope by Like Moths To Flames a 8.8 out of 10. But I want to know what you guys think. Leave a comment below letting me know what you thought of The Cycles of Trying to Cope. Let me know what your favorite song is and what you would rate it. And also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. Helps out so much with YouTube's algorithm, and it goes so far even though it's such a little thing. And of course, if you want to help support me and my channel even further than that, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. I appreciate it so much, and I appreciate you guys more than you could ever imagine. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to me sit here and talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time.